Okay, we back again with the top 5 series right here. This time, as you see in the thumbnail, the title of the thumbnail, this is the best top 5 lifts for the 11 Gen F-150. As you know, the 11 Gen F-150 is the type of body style I drive. That's a 2004 to 2008 F-150, coming with a 4.6 or 5.4 Triton motor, 3-valve motor in it. As y'all know about this, anybody that ever even drive this body style, the people that actually drive this body style like me, y'all probably already know there's not many lift kits they make for their truck right here. They don't make a Magor's lift for their truck. I don't think they make a Cognito lift for their truck. Some of your top brands out there that don't actually have an option for making lifts for their truck, and they don't have a 7 or 9 inch lift like they do with the Chevrolet counterpart. But this is, you can't sleep on this body style right here because they are the lifts that they do make for the truck. They are some good sizes and they are some good pretty lifts, like good lifts for these trucks right here. So starting off right here with number 5 right here. And these is not in no particular order. This is not saying which one better than which one worse, but I do have them in the top 5. This is just what came to my mind first. So the top 5 right here. So the number 5 is SuperLup. SuperLup makes a 6-inch lift. They make a 4.5 to a 6-inch lift. User ranging for 1,400 to 1,700 to I think 1,400 something for the 4.5-inch lift, and possibly 1,600 to 1,800 range for the SuperLup 6-inch. SuperLup has been making lift alone for a long time. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is the first lift company that was made with SuperLup. I think SuperLup is the first lift company. I may be wrong. It's between them and Rough Country, but SuperLup been around for a long time. They make good quality lifts. I don't think they make struts. I'm not really sure they make struts, and I'm not really sure they make coilovers. So I think that all they lifts for this body style right here, they have spaces on top of your strut. So it's a pretty good lift right there. You can't really go wrong with it. And also, from what I've seen in SuperLup, I've never seen one on my body style in person, but when I've been seeing from other body styles like Chevrolets and I think Dart, SuperLup tends to sit bigger than 6 inches. If there's a 6-inch lift, they tend to sit on the like closer to 7. They tend to see, like, you tend to get true 6-inch lift. Like, you are getting actually more than you pay for. Like, they lifts seem to be big. Also, their angles are pretty good. From what I've seen from SuperLup, you can actually, I'm not recommending to do this, but you can actually stack a 2.5-2-inch lift kit on the lifts. And a lot of times the angles are axle angles are still pretty symmetrical because they axle angles are pretty straight with the SuperLup. So SuperLup is one of the lifts that's slept on. A lot of people skip over the SuperLup because the cross member, in my opinion, they just don't really have a good looking cross member. It's just similar to Pro Comp, and I'm not knocking Pro Comp for anything, in zone, but they cross members are not they kind of plain. They don't have no cutouts and nothing in it. But SuperLup is one of the best lifts though. If you powder coat, you can put a sticker or something on it and wrap it. Still, it'll be a good lift right there. Not the best looking lift for like looks wise, but definitely the top 5 lifts for 11 Gen F-150. Number 4, coming in with FatCat. I only seen one of these with it. FatCat lifts are usually run on the kind of expensive side. They are more of a premium lift. Also, FatCat tend to have pretty good angles and tend to sit a little big too than a normal 6-inch lift. FatCat lift, 6-inch lifts usually run you from 3,300 to about 4,500. Maybe wrong, maybe higher in some places, maybe low. This is what I see a FatCat price. It's about around 4,500. Now, FatCat lifts been around for a while. They're not common in the truck community. I don't see them often, especially with 11 Gen. But they also known to sit a little bigger than the regular typical 6-inch. They are definitely one of those brands. They are a premium brand. They are a little bit on the more expensive side. A bit expensive side, if you want to put it that way, but they're a good lift. FatCat lifts are a really good lift, and they also come with coilovers, adjustable coilovers, and that makes a huge difference. Them coming with adjustable coilovers, that makes it ride a whole lot better. You can also change the height on it and probably squeeze out 7 inches out of it, maybe even more than that, depending on how you crank that coil spring. But the FatCat lift are definitely one of those lifts that kind of slept on, kind of really expensive for a 6-inch lift, but definitely you getting good quality. Now, number 3, you can't skip out. I think this may be, and I'm not saying any one of these really better, but I feel like, in my personal opinion, this has got to be one of the most top quality, and that's BDS. BDS BDS 6-inch lift is very, it comes with a lot of stuff. They come with Fox Sock. That's one of the few lifts that actually come with a Fox Sock. If you don't know, Fox Socks are some of the best socks there is. Probably next to King Socks, King Polos, and Icon Socks. Those are by far some of the best socks they make. And BDS come with on a basic package actually, with the Fox Socks. And BDS is actually really good lift. They look good. They have the little BDS little cutout in the cross member, so they are aesthetic pleasing looking lift. And it's definitely a good lift. You can't go wrong with BDS. They usually run you around from $2,600, probably $2,300 to $2,600, sometimes a little more than that. BDS quality is just top tier. I mean, they are some of the best angles, the best quality, best warranty. I mean, the warranty is outstanding with BDS. As far as I heard, you can buy a brand new truck and BDS claims that even the dealerships should be able to start. It's not even void your warranty. And if it does void your warranty, you contact them. So BDS is that they speak on the lift. They are one of the best quality lift. They actually have a good price range for coming with Fox Socks. If you didn't know, Fox Socks can run you from like $500 to $1,000, if not more than that. Yeah, it's a pretty good lift. I mean, you get some premium stuff with it. Now, number 2, can't skip out on this lift. Some people hate it, some people love it. The Rough Country 6-inch lift. In my opinion, Rough Country lift is one of the cheapest, but actually for how cheap it is, it's probably better than a lot of lifts out there. And that's just saying this because the reason why I believe Rough Country, and it's looked at differently in the Chevrolet or Dodge world than it is for your strut for your Fords. But from what I've seen is Rough Country's came a long way. You can also change the socks too. You can change the socks to the monoblock socks. So I believe they were the monoblock 2.0 in the rear. But Rough Country is definitely a top tier lift. That's the reason why I bought Rough Country, because especially the time for the price and the option you got and the quality. Because Rough Country lifts are better when you buy the premium package, what I like to call it. When you buy the 6-inch strut that come with it, that is like a must. And also, if you change the socks to the back for the monoblock socks, or you manage to buy the Vortex socks for 12 gen for the back, definitely the ride quality improves a lot. And I never really had no problem with my Rough Country lift either. So I'm at Rough Country lift usually run you about around $1,300 to $1,700 depending on what you get. Basic lift usually run you from like $1,100 to $1,300, while your what I like to call premium, which comes with the struts, usually run you around $1,600 to $1,800. So that is a good price for what it is. I mean, actually you're getting struts for 6-inch struts and monoblock socks for like cheaper than some of these lifts that I described on the list right here. As a matter of fact, you could probably modify some Vortex socks, Colos, and still be cheaper than some of the lifts I described on this list right here. But you can't really go wrong with it. And so this is my honorable mention. Honorable mention Skyjack lift. Skyjack have been around for a while. Skyjack make a good lift. They kind of more on the old school style of struts. So they do come with struts you can put on the truck. Now the struts don't have the cord spring on. You have to put the factory cord spring on them, but they do come with the struts in the front. They're also a good quality lift. They look similar to a Rough Country in the way the crossmember design is, but it doesn't have any cutouts in it. But it is a good lift. You really can't go wrong with a Skyjack either. You don't see them that often. Matter of fact, I don't think I've seen one at all. Ever seen one in person. But I think I had seen them on older Jeeps. And I may be wrong. But from videos I have seen of a Skyjack lift, not on my body style, but just Skyjack lift in general, they seem to be a pretty well made lift. Now, number 1 on the list. And the reason why I put the number 1 is because it's just one thing about the size of it and the option. They don't have many options of bigger than a 6-inch lift for my body style, and that is the FTS or full throttle suspension 8-inch lift. Not the 6-inch, the 8-inch. The reason why I put the 8-inch over the 6-inch is because of the price. They really cost not too much more, and the ability to have an 8-inch lift versus a 6-inch lift is huge. Like, a bigger lift gives you the option to run 16 wides. Now, I feel like not a lot of people running 16 wide, but it does give you the option to run a 16 wide on 35. And you may even be able to clear it, depending on how much you turn that cord spring up to. Maybe you kick it up to 9 inches or put 11K on top of it, you probably can get a 30A on there, because that should be a pretty massive lift. And also, that's the lift. That is actually the lift I got that I'm planning on doing on my truck that y'all seen in my previous video, the FTS 8-inch lift. Now that lift is also very, can be very pricey. That lift tends to run around $4,000 to depending on for the base kit up to $6,200 to $6,200. And that it's not even including shipping. So that is a pretty premium lift. That's probably top tier lift because you can get it good. You can get it with a chrome cross member if you want to. I think it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's like maybe $4,000, $5,500 if you don't get the chrome cross member with it. But it's one of the top tier lift. LTS is probably, angles are good. It's really hard to say anything wrong with FTS. The FTS is just very like high quality lift. It looks good too. It's one of the most aesthetically pleasing lift too, with the diamonds in it and FTS symbol in it. It's probably one of the best looking lifts. It is definitely a show lift more than what I call an off-road lift, or you want to go mud riding and stuff. But it is definitely more of a show lift. But it's good lift. It's good quality. You really can't go wrong with the FTS. And by far, FTS is it's just a good looking lift. I mean, you really can't say too much about it. But not only is it a good looking lift, it's one of the few lifts that actually more than 6 inches. Because 11 gen by itself tend to have majority 6 inches lifts. So FTS is, like I said, one of the best lifts out there. And I'm not saying it is the best lift out there, because it's probably, I left out on this list the Bulletproof and Red's lift and a few other brand lifts out there. But FTS is definitely one of the top 5, probably may even be top 3. It's a good lift. And so this is the King Boy channel right here. It's just my top 5 on lift kits for 2011. Well, not 2011. Top 5 lift for a 11 Gen F-150. And yeah, this is it right here. So y'all like, share, subscribe, and we out.